This world is made up of 1,016,064 blocks. But more importantly, it is a one-to-one replica of another world. A world from a game that will always hold a special place in my heart. This is the story of how I made RuneScape in Minecraft. Let me take you on a journey through time. RuneScape has been completely overhauled twice since its first release. However, enough players missed the previous version that they actually brought it back in what is now known as Old School RuneScape. This version averages nearly 4 times as many daily players as the newer version, which speaks volumes about the incredible popularity this game accrued over the years, and, perhaps, the nostalgia that many players feel towards it. But we're going back even further. I started playing RuneScape in 2001 in the version now known as RuneScape Classic. RuneScape Classic may not look impressive now, but at the time it was groundbreaking. A fully 3D, massively multiplayer game, playable from your browser, it was unheard of. The game soared in popularity. Fortunately, there exists a small community which has carefully preserved every detail of RuneScape Classic, and it's through this community that I was able to obtain a file that would be the key to this entire project. This is the world map of RuneScape from 2003, and if I could figure out a way to load it in Minecraft, I could recreate the entire RuneScape world block by block. First things first, I needed a way to modify the world programmatically. Fortunately, this is one of the features of World Edit, so here I was just experimenting to make sure that I could actually fill a chunk with blocks. I had to write a little script to extract the RuneScape color palette, but then I could start picking which Minecraft blocks I wanted to use for my terrain. And we should see what looks like actual terrain. Okay, it's something. At this point, I knew my script was generating terrain from RuneScape, but I didn't know where exactly on the map we were. Hold on. Look, there's these 3 splodges here, which could well correspond to these 3 splodges. It doesn't quite match. It turns out that Minecraft and RuneScape use a slightly different coordinate system, so I had to do a little bit of extra work to basically flip the whole world on its axis. This is it, look. That's a perfect match. Alright, I've managed to get the elevation working now, and that seems to be working pretty well. Okay, I've just regenerated the entire world, which as you can see has worked a treat, but in all seriousness, it's doing something. It's going to take a while. I'm just going to leave it to run and then we'll see what happened. This is insane! Look, you can see all the buildings and stuff. I mean, obviously there's no walls yet, but the roads are there. The floor tiles are partially there. This is incredible. This must be Falador. This is Drainer Manor. And of course, to me, the most iconic location of all, Lumbridge. Over the next couple of weeks, I iterated on my code again and again, trying to figure out how to get these walls to work, how to get the roofs to work, the upper stories. And this is not a trivial problem because RuneScape Classic had 2-dimensional walls, whereas you can't do that in Minecraft. Every wall has to be represented by a block. Nonetheless, slowly but surely, everything started to come together until, finally, this feels so familiar. We've got the fountain here. I mean, you have to use your imagination a little bit. What I had created was far from perfect, but maybe in some ways that was fitting. As Silink says in his love letter to RuneScape Classic.
RuneScape Classic certainly wasn't a perfect game. In fact, it had a lot of things which were very limited or clunky, but it was one of the best games I played growing up as a kid. It had a certain charm which made it obvious that it was created by a small group of people.
So, in some ways, this is my own love letter to RuneScape Classic. and all its quirks, because sometimes it's the imperfections that make something truly memorable.